We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Good morning, dear friends. Myself, Dr. Hitesh Ashani, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, VVP Engineering College, Rajkot, is going to discuss about the few topics of plane table surveying. Today, in this session, we are going to discuss about 5 topics of plane table surveying. We will discuss about introduction of plane table surveying, advantages and disadvantages of plane table surveying, principle of plane table surveying, and last one, instruments required to perform the plane table surveying. Let us start with the introduction of plane table surveying. Plane table surveying is also known as the graphical method of surveying. In this method of surveying, field observations means the measurement of the distance between instrument station and the object, and drawing or plotting are done one by one. This helps the surveyor to compare the drawing details with actual features on the ground during the surveying process. So that's why measurement and drawing both are done one by one. That's why this method is known as graphical method of surveying. Plane table surveying is simple and cheaper method of surveying compared to theodolite methods or theodolite surveying. Plane table surveying is mostly suitable for the small scale preparation map only. The plan in drawing by the surveyor in the field while the area to be surveyed is before the surveyor's eye. So whatever the drawing is prepared in the field during the plane table surveying, the whole area that is on the drawing is also in front of the surveyor's eyes during the surveying process. So that is the advantage of plane table surveying. Now let us see advantages of plane table surveying one by one. Number 1, it is the most rapid method of surveying and less costly than theodolite surveying. Second, as surveying and drawing are done one by one in the field, chances to forget any detail is very, very less. Number 3, the plotting details can immediately get compared with the actual objects present in the field. So that will reduce the chances of error during the plane table surveying in the drawing. Fourth, the surveyor can check the accuracy of his work more frequently for any position he may desire, thus eliminating all errors at the spot itself. Number 5, contours and specific features can be represented and checked conveniently as the whole area is in the view of the surveyor at the time of plotting. 6, only related details are located because the map is drawn as the survey progresses. So irrelative details or objects can be omitted in the field itself. So only required details can be plotted in this method of surveying, and we can avoid the details that are not required for the project purpose or for the planning purpose after the surveying. Number 7, it is particularly suitable for filling in details in hilly areas, in magnetic areas where chain and compass surveys are not suitable. Number 8, instrument used for the plane table surveying are very simple. Number 9, skill for operation of the instrument is not required at all. And last one, number 10, in plane table surveying, field book is not required. Now let us see the disadvantages of plane table surveying. There are few disadvantages are also there of the plane table surveying. Let us see first disadvantage. The plane table surveying is not possible in unfavorable climate such as during the rainy season and when there is a fog into the atmosphere, one cannot perform the plane table surveying. Second, this method of surveying is not very accurate method and thus unsuitable for the accurate surveying work. Number 3, as no field book is maintained, plotting of the same surveying plan to the different scale, it is not possible in case of the plane table surveying. So once you completed the work, and if you want to perform the surveying for the same area with a different scale, you have to go into the field once again and you have to perform the surveying work, okay, in the field, and then you can prepare the map of the same area for the different scale. Number 4, the method requires large amount of time to be spent in the field. So in the field you have to spare a very huge quantity of the time. Number 5, quality of the final map depends largely on the drafting capabilities of the surveyor. Number 6, this method is effective in relatively open area, open countries where stations can be sighted easily. So these are the various disadvantages of plane table surveying. Now let us discuss the principle of plane table surveying. Plane table surveying is based on the principle that line drawn on the paper or drawing sheet between the paper station and the object are always parallel to the corresponding lines actually present on the ground between the ground station and the ground object. So to understand this principle, you have to concentrate in the figure. You see, we will take the example of one station D. Our plane table is already set up at station P, and from P, our object D is bisected. So on ground, you can see the black line, that is the ground line between the ground station P and the ground object capital D. Now you see on the paper, one red line is shown, that is the line joining the small p and small d dash. So small p represent the capital P of the ground and small d dash represent the capital D of the ground. So line joining on the drawing sheet between the P and small p and small d dash is always parallel to the line joining the capital P and capital D of the ground. So line P D dash is parallel to the ground line P D. That is the principle of the plane table surveying. Now let us see, to perform the plane table surveying in the field, what are the various instruments are required. So basic 5 instruments are required to perform the plane table surveying in the field. One is plane table with tripod. Second is LED. Third is spirit level, fourth is through compass, and fifth is U4, which is also known as the plumbing fork. Now let us discuss this instrument one by one in detail. First, we will start with the plane table. Plane table consists of a drawing board with arrangement of fixing on a tripod stand. You see in the figure, top surface of the plane table is shown, as well as bottom surface of the plane table is shown. So plane table is provided with the fixing arrangement on the tripod stand. Size of the plane table is generally 750 by 600 millimeter. Thickness of the board of the plane table is 20 millimeter. Top surface of the plane table is level and smooth. Bottom surface of the plane table consists of threaded circular plate for fixing the plane table on the tripod. So fixing arrangement may vary depending upon the types of the plane table that we will see in the subsequent slides. So what is the role of plane table? What is the use of the plane table in case of the plane table surveying? So plane table is used for fixing a drawing sheet on the top surface of the plane table. So there are various types of the plane table depending upon the arrangement of the fixing, depending upon the leveling of the plane table, and depending upon the rotation of the plane table in the horizontal direction. So there are three types of the plane table depending upon these three criteria. One is the simple plane table, second one is the Johnson's plane table, and third one is cost survey plane table. Let us see first simple plane table. It is a small drawing board mounted on the light tripod stand. Size of the simple plane table is 750 by 600 millimeter. Thickness of the board is 20 millimeter. It can be rotated in the horizontal plane about the vertical axis and fixed in any position from 0 to 360 degree. Simple plane table is used when the survey area is comparatively small, or we can say when the accuracy of the survey work is not too high demanded by the project or demanded by the surveyor. In that case, we can go for the simple plane table. Leveling of the plane table is done by using the legs of the tripod stand. Next one is the Johnson's plane table. In Johnson's plane table, drawing board size is 600 by 400 millimeter or 750 by 600 millimeter. It consists of ball and socket arrangement and vertical spindle with 2 thumb screw. You can see in this top figure here, this is the ball and socket arrangement, and this is the thumb screw that is provided for the leveling purpose. Ball and socket arrangement is operated by the upper thumb screw. When the upper screw is free, table can be rotated in the vertical plane for the leveling purpose, and when the lower screw is free, table can be rotated in the horizontal plane for the orientation purpose. So for the different functions, different screws are provided. Upper screw and lower screw is provided here. This Johnson's plane table is used when the accuracy required is comparatively high and the survey area is comparatively large than the simple plane table case. Now last one is the cost survey plane table. It is the most accurate plane table. Leveling is done by the 3-foot screw. Table can be rotated in horizontal plane for the orientation purpose and vertical plane or vertical direction for the leveling purpose by using this 3-foot screw and tangent screw. So when the survey area is very, very large and accuracy required is very high, you have to use this cost survey plane table. Next one is ELIDADE. You see in the figure, ELIDADE is a straight edge ruler having some sighting device. ELIDADE is used to draw a line parallel to the line of sight and thus provides the direction of the object to be plotted. Depending on the type of the sighting arrangement, ELIDADEs are classified as plane ELIDADE and telescopic ELIDADE. So let us discuss one by one. This is the figure of plane ELIDADE or simple ELIDADE. Now let us discuss plane ELIDADE. Plane ELIDADE is a straight edge ruler having the length of 450 millimeter long, made by metal or wood. One edge is beveled edge and graduated and is known as the fiducial edge. You can see here in the figure, these are the one edge. Here is the second edge of the straight edge ruler, means plane ELIDADE. So one edge is beveled edge and this is also graduated, means readings are marked here on this side of the plane ELIDADE. And this side is known as the fiducial edge or beveled edge of the plane table, or sorry, of the plane ELIDADE. Simple ELIDADE consists of two vane, one is the I vane and one is the object vane. You can see here this one is the I vane and this is the object vane. Both the vanes are hinged with the ruler. You can see a hinge joint. These vanes are fixed with this ruler by the hinge joint. I vane is provided with narrow slit and the object vane is provided with the wide slit, and in the center of the object vane one cross hair or thread is provided. Object vane, when unfolded, it is perpendicular to the ruler. So when you unfold the object vane and I vane, both will become perpendicular to the ruler. Plane ELIDADE is used for the small scale surveying work when the accuracy is not high in demand. Now this is the telescopic ELIDADE. Telescopic ELIDADE is used when the inclined sight is there in the field, means when the object that is to be bisected is above the line of sight or below the line of sight. In that case we have to use this telescopic ELIDADE. Telescopic ELIDADE consists of telescope for the inclined sighting object located at a far distance. Here in telescopic ELIDADE, I vane and object vane is not provided, but fiducial edge is provided. Here for the bisection purpose, telescope is provided in the telescopic ELIDADE. Line of sight of the telescope and fiducial edge both are parallel to each other in case of the telescopic ELIDADE. Telescope is provided with stadia diaphragm and can be used to find the distance and elevation also. Next one is spirit level. It consists of flat based tube with a small bubble, either circular or tubular in shape. It is used to check the level of plane table by placing it on the board in two positions at right angle to each other. When the bubble remains in the center at any point on the table, it is considered to be properly level. So spirit level is used for the leveling of the plane table. Now through compass, you can see in the figure, through compass consists of long narrow rectangular box covered with the glass. Inside the box at the center there is a magnetic needle resting on the pivot. At the extreme end of the through compass there are graduated scales with 0 at the center and marking up to 5 degree on the either side of the 0 line. The through compass is used for marking the magnetic north line on the drawing sheet of the plane table. In this case, the magnetic needle points to 0 degree on the graduated scale. On both the end of the magnetic needle, a line is drawn parallel to the edge of the through compass is along the magnetic meridian. Now that line is considered as a north line on the drawing sheet. A through compass is also used to orient the plane table with respect to the magnetic meridian. Now last one is U fork or plumbing fork. It is a metal strip bent in the shape of U having the equal arm length. Top arm is pointed. You can see here, this is the top arm of the U fork and this is the bottom arm of the U fork. It is in the shape of the U. So top arm, here you can see it is pointed and the bottom arm is provided with the hook to attach the plumb bob. U fork is used for transferring of the ground point on the drawing sheet when plane table is centered over the ground station. Required points on the drawing sheet is given by the pointed end of the upper arm. You can see here in the figure, when the centering process is over, this ground station can be located on the drawing sheet, okay, by this point of the upper arm of the U fork. For centering plane table, when point of the upper arm is kept over the plotted point on the drawing sheet, the plumb bob is exactly over the station peg. So we can say that centering process is also possible by means of the U fork and plumbing fork. So friends, thank you very much.